Hello, good day. This is Mr. Dizon, and for today I'll be presenting to you how to compute for necessary or common concepts na hinahanap natin sa descriptive statistics. So, as you could observe, may mga data na tayo dito. By the way, this data is just a made-up data. And yun. So, first things first, no? Okay. When we try to organize data, it is well suggested that we organize our data through columns, no? So by the way, yung nasa first row natin, these are variables. Ito na yung labeling ng ating variables, no? So more likely itong variables na to or concepts, ito yung hinihingi natin sa ating tool or rather sa questionnaire. So imagine you have that questionnaire, ang hinahanap would now be yung gender ng respondent, yung province, kung saan siya nanggaling, yung score niya sa post 2 to 5, yung GWA, then level of agreement, then level of political participation. So you will now imagine ano yung gusto nating ma-measure dito. Now, in this made-up data, we selected 10 respondents. So kada respondents natin through rows, nandyan yung isang respondent at kung ano yung sinagot niya sa questionnaire, no? So hanggang umabot tayo sa 10. So more likely ganito yung pag-organize natin ng data. Or you could also use yung variables natin naka-organize siya through row, pero medyo magulo siya, no? Kaya ito yung ginamit ko through columns, no? Okay. So, just a basic review all about our variables. So, lagi natin tanda na yung nature, yung type ng ating variables kasi sila yung magde-determine kung anong measurement yung gagamitin natin. So, gender, province, this is qualitative. So, more likely, ano siya, categorical. So, categorical, nominal siya, no? So, male, benguet, etc. Yan, no? Okay. Then, more likely, itong dalawa, this is more likely continuous. So, ratio interval siya, no? More likely, we generalize it pagdating na sa statistical software as scale. So, scale siya, no? So, pag exam score, GWA, scale yan. Okay. Then, we have your level of agreement, then level of participation. Political participation. Ayan na, poll participation. So, more likely, as you could observe, this is an ordinal. So, 4-point Likert scale yung ginamit ko dito. So, for us, highly agree, kunyari pag in terms of level of agreement, 3 as agree, 2 as disagree, then 1 as highly disagree. Then same as with your political participation. Always remember yung nature ng ating variables. Okay. Now when it comes to descriptive research, common research kasi hinahanap natin would be the mean or more likely yung average natin. So average. Yan. Shortcut na lang natin yung average. Okay. We do not look for the average or yung mean dito sa gender and province kasi this is they are categorical, nominal, no? So hindi natin mahanap yung mean nitong dalawa. More likely ang pwede nating gawin dito is to look for the frequency, kung ilan yung taga Benguet, kung ilan yung taga La Union. Okay. So more likely we proceed to the next variables. So kunyari we wanted to know yung average ng exam scores nung 10 respondents. So, madali lang yan, no? Okay, so this is just the basics, okay? Always remember when we wanted to look for certain mathematical functions sa Excel, we always start with an equal sign. Tapos, dami na yan, no? So, you have to click. So, this is very useful, not just on statistics, magagamit din natin siya for management or taxation, etc., no? Blah, blah, blah. Especially, it has something to do with math, no? Okay. So, lagay natin yung equal sign. I-input natin yung gusto nating hanapin. So, more likely average. So, we click on average. You could encode the whole word or pindutin lang natin mismo yung average. Mas maganda yung average, no? Yung mean kasi hindi na masyado gumagana lalo na pag yung mga latest na Excel softwares natin. Okay. So, hanapin natin yung average ng respondents. So, make sure you select yung pinakauna hanggang dun sa holding respondent. Okay. So, yung cell na nagsisimula sa respondent 1 hanggang dun sa pinakadulo. So, more likely make sure na naka-align siya dun sa pinakalas na respondent. Now, for the sake of the tutorial, pwede natin lagyan ng parenthesis or simply after selecting yung pinakalas na respondent, we could immediately click enter. However, make it a hobby na always don't forget to include the parentheses, lalo na pag complicated yung mga functions natin. Okay. So for instance, ito, 76.2 is the exam score average of the selected 10 respondents. So for instance, gusto mo din hanapin yung remaining average ng ating ng ibang variables, madali lang yan, no? So nakikita nyo malaking black square na ano dyan, na dot. So i-select nyo yan, lalabas na yung maliit na cross, then you just drag it hanggang dun sa last na gusto natin mahanap yung average. So yan, no? So yung Jiva, just to make sure, click it. Okay, naka-align siya. So 76.8. Then dito tayo sa ordinal variables natin, no? Okay. 2.5 then 2.6. Now you as researchers, you need to analyze the data. So ginagamit natin is a 4-point Likert scale. So gawan natin siya ng arbitrary range. Although na-discuss ko na yan dati sa klase ko. So hanapin natin yung lowest value divided to the highest value. So 1 divided by 4, 0.25 yung ating range per descriptive equivalent, no? So paano yan, no? So more likely we start with 1.00 then 1.24. Bakit hindi siya nag-stop sa 1.25? Kasi binibilang natin yung 0 as the 0 within the decimal as one value. So 1.25 yung next. By the way, yung 1.00 na yan, mag-start tayo sa 1 hanggang nabilang na natin yung 0.25. Kaya lalabas dyan is 1.24. So nandito the next value 1.25. Then next is 2.49. Tapos 2.50 to 3.24. Kung na-observe nyo, may ano din yan, no? There's a pattern behind it, no? So 3.25, so ano siya, no, by 25, no, to 4.00. Tapos dito na ilalabas yung values natin, no. So level of agreement, for instance, the lowest is highly disagree. Linagyan ko lang ng space kasi nagta-translate siya. Disagree, then this is agree, then highly agree. So ganyan, no. So 2.5 falls under agree, 2.6 falls under agree. So ganun yung pag-interpret natin ng data. So for instance, dito muna tayo sa mean at sa average. Okay. Now, some researchers kasi, they also require us to find the standard deviation. Especially, we attempt to look for the homogeneity and heterogeneity of some data. Lalo na, kunyari ito, no? 76.2 tapos 76.8. We want to compare these two. For instance, masyado siyang malapit. We could now do a secondary analysis pagdating sa standard deviation. Okay. If you remember, standard deviation, tapos minsan may term na variance, no? Okay. Ang difference kasi pag standard deviation, we use it for analysis. Pag variance, it is required in such mathematical function. So we could immediately go to your standard deviation. Okay. Paano hanapin yung standard deviation? Medyo tricky itong Excel natin, no? Okay. Yun. Okay. Pindutin niyo yung stdev sample S. Yan, stdev S. Okay. Now, punta muna tayo sa stdev. Standard deviation yung shortcut niya, no? Okay. May lalabas dito na sdev P at sdev S. Okay. Yung P na yan means we're looking for the standard deviation of the whole population. Now, when we do statistics, ang commonly na hinahanap natin would be stdev S. So, tanda natin, SDF des yung hanapin natin. At mamaya makikita nyo, bakit natin ginagamit ito? Because Microsoft Excel, in the shortcut, ang automatically na hinahanap din ng shortcut would now be your standard deviation of a sample. So, ganun din yung hanapin natin. So, na-input na natin to. So, we click this one. We could immediately put enter. So, dyan, lalabas siya, no? 7.74. Tapos, kunyari, hanapin din natin yung standard deviation of following variables. So, nandyan na siya, no? Okay. So, dito pa lang, no? Kunyari, dito tayo sa continuous. So, makikita natin in terms of their exam, medyo heterogeneous. So, more likely, mas malaki yung gap ng nag-highly perform sa naglo-lowly perform. Sa hindi nagpe-perform. Unlike dito sa Jiva natin, more likely medyo homogeneous sila. So medyo similar yung kanilang learning or studying patterns, no. So pagdating dito sa ordinal, medyo malapit siya, no. Hirap i-analyze ang standard deviation lalo na pag ordinal. Just to compare, medyo malapit siya, no. So we do advanced statistics pagdating dito. So ganun yung paghanap natin ng standard deviation. Now kunyari hindi ka kumpante, you also want to look for the variance. Lagay na natin variance. So lagay natin yung variance, may var point P at may var point S. We click on the S. Okay. Click on the S. Select din natin dito. Ayan, 59.95, gaganyan din natin. Okay. Tanda natin that in terms of standard deviation and variance, commonly mas mataas yung variance, although there are some instances na mas mataas yung standard deviation, di ba? Variance is yun. So ganun, no. So kung naninigurado kayo, you just put kunyari 7.74 times 7.74, lalabas yun is 59.9. Malapit lang siya, no. Diba? Yan. So ganun yung ating standard deviation and your variance. So this is just the manual computation. Now let's go to the shortcut. Okay. Now yung Excel natin, may package yan to formulate or to compute for statistical function. Now, paano ulit yun? Okay. Go to your options. Although ano na kasi, na-open ko na siya eh. You go to your add-ins. Okay. Makita nyo, Excel add-ins siya. Go. Excel add-ins. Okay. Ulitin natin Go to your options. Go dito sa tab na to. Pindutin nyo yung add-ins. Then manage add-ins. Make sure na naka-Excel add-in, naka-select siya sa Excel add-ins. Then click go. Okay. Hindi siya naka-check dati. I-check ngayon natin. Add-ins available. Check analysis tool pack. Yan. So, may lalabas na ano siya dyan. Blah blah blah. May lalabas siya. Okay. Now, saan natin mahanap yung kaka-generate pa lang na analysis tool pack? Now, from your tab, makikita natin may data. From your tab, no? Okay. Click data. So, nandiyan yung data. Then, data analysis. Okay. So, nandito na yung mga statistical function natin. Nung hindi naka-open, hindi pa natin na-open yung analysis toolpack, wala pa to. So, nung in-open na natin yung analysis toolpack, yan, nandyan na yung bagong tab na hanapin natin. Under your sub-tab, under your data tab. Pindutin natin yan. So, nandyan yung ANOVA, correlation, covariance, descriptive. The following inferential statistical tool, baka ibang video na yan. No? Okay, let's go to your descriptive statistics. Okay, descriptive statistics tayo. Okay, now for your descriptive statistics, kunyari, mano-mano yan. For instance, you want to look, for instance, dito sa exam. So, click nyo to for the sake of formalities. I-select nyo din yan. So, nandyan na siya, no? Okay, input data, nandyan din siya. Nandyan na siya. Okay. Then, output range, dito lalabas yung findings. So, make sure na pindutin nyo yan. Maghanap lang kayo ng bakanting cell dyan or you could input yung findings sa bagong worksheet. Although, sabihin na natin, lagay na natin siya dyan. So, click enter. Remember, kasi minsan tricky yung Excel natin. Minsan kasi hindi natin namamalayan to, biglang nag-iiba yung Excel na pupunta dito. Oh, di ba? Nag-iiba. Kaya nagugulo yung data natin. Kaya make sure ilalagay natin dun sa cell na gusto nating lumabas yung findings natin. So, nandiyan na siya, no? Okay. For the sake, click ko na lahat to. Click na lang natin lahat to. So, i-analyze nyo to, no? I-analyze nyo to. So, click OK. Yan. Okay. So, column 1, ito yung gusto nating ma-analyze. So, look So, yung mean is 76.2. This is the shortcut So, 76.2. Tignan nyo yung manual natin, 76.2. Okay. Lakihan na lang natin. Yan. Standard error, hindi muna natin i-analyze yan. Pati yung median, okay, 75.5. Na-compute niya din yung 75.5. Bakit wala yung mode? Kasi walang repetition. Walang repetition dun sa values natin. Standard deviation. Look into the standard deviation. 7.74 dun sa shortcut, lumabas din dito is 74.309. So, ganun lang siya ka-shortcut, no? Sample variance, check 59.95. Yung sa manual computation natin is 59.95. So, yun, mas maganda yung shortcut, no? Okay, ito, look into the kurtosis, Okay, now yung kurtosis natin would now be determined by, more likely, ito yung lagi natin tanda, no? Basta lumagpas siya sa 3, lumagpas siya sa negative 3 to 3, mukhang tricky na yung ating kurtosis. So, 2.86 valid yung data input natin. Now, kung lumagpas siya dun sa dalawang values na yan, more likely may mali sa data natin. We have to investigate each cells. Baka kunyari may lumabas na instead of 80, naging 180. So more likely it has something to do with the encoding of data. Now look into the skewness. Okay, 1.17, wala. Okay, now pag negative yung skewness natin, o walang mali pagdating sa skewness, no? This is helpful in analyzing the data. Okay. Pag negative value yung skewness natin, skewed to the right yan. Negative skew is right skewed. Pag positive yung value, a positive skew is left skew. Tapos, within 1 siya, ang ano natin dyan is, pag nag-2 siya, nag-exceed siya ng 2, masyadong mataas yung skewness niya. So, i-include din natin yan sa ating analysis, no? Okay, range 29. Paano na-compute yung range? We get the lowest value. I assume it's 65 minus, the highest value, 94 minus 265, no? So, ganun, no? Etc. So, minimum, ito, no? The minimum is 65, the lowest value, the maximum is 94. Yung sum, so, in-add niya lahat ng values na yan. Then, count 10. Equivalent siya sa 10 respondents. Kaya, bina-validate din natin, no? Also, check on the count. So, nandyan, no? So, largest, smallest, similar din siya dito. Then, your confidence interval, I'll explain it sooner, no? So, ganun yung compute natin when it comes to important concepts, lalo na when we do descriptive statistics sa Excel. So, ganun lang siya, no? Okay? I think that's all. Thank you.